It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 10th of October. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather will stay dry today, but goodness, we need some rain around here, and we do have a very good chance of rain tomorrow, especially for the southern half of the state. Some rain very possible for North Alabama, but there's still some questions about how the whole system evolves. Let's look at the upper air pattern this morning. There's this large-scale upper low that's over eastern Canada, and that flow dominates the entire eastern half of North America. And again, we are very dry this morning, nothing happening on radar. Temperatures all over the board. This is why you don't really use one number when you forecast lows around here. You've got 46 at Adiana, Birmingham, 18 degrees warmer at 64. And the reason Birmingham is anomalous, the wind has picked up a bit, and also the UHI effect, the urban heat island effect. 50 in Montgomery, Mobile 56. We're expecting low 80s in most spots today. This should be the warmest day of the week, and it might be the last time we see highs over 80 for a while, maybe quite a while. Here's the watch warning map. We've got some freeze and frost issues out west and up north, but otherwise pretty quiet. We don't expect any severe thunderstorms today. Tomorrow, a marginal risk around Omaha, Nebraska, and basically in that same area on Thursday. A risk of severe storms out across the nation's heartland. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days, and again, a sharp gradient. And a lot of this will be tomorrow and tomorrow night. This should be a very good rain producer for the southern half of the state. Rain amounts there in many places between 2 and 3 inches. Good beneficial rain. Farther north, it's a little iffy. This is suggesting Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, maybe a half inch and a quarter inch over the Tennessee Valley. And we'll take a look at the modeling on this here in just a second. But again, obviously rain is needed. That's the latest drought monitor. The new one will be coming out on Thursday. So in the tropics, we've got a couple of areas of interest. Invests 92 and 93L. 93 is that little feature in the Bay of Campeche in the southwestern Gulf. 92 is the wave in the eastern Atlantic. The Hurricane Center giving that Bay of Campeche feature a 20% chance of becoming a depression or storm. And this will be more of a frontal, non-tropical type low. This is the one that's going to produce a lot of rain for parts of the Gulf Coast, but probably not as a classic tropical system. And in terms of the wave in the eastern Atlantic, the Hurricane Center giving that an 80% chance of developing. So this is Invest 93L. And again, it's going to be a frontal type low, more of a mid-latitude system. But it still should be a very good rain producer for the Gulf Coast tomorrow. And in terms of 92, the system out there in the East Atlantic, if it develops, this should turn north-northeast. Seems to be no threat to land. And again, this morning we're watching Hurricane Lydia. This is in the Eastern Pacific that will be making landfall tonight on the coast of Mexico. And of course, this dissipates inland, but some of the moisture from this will be involved with that complex frontal low that'll be coming across the Gulf Coast tomorrow. So model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. And again, you kind of got the face-looking thing. They've got an upper low that's off the coast of Washington State, one that's over eastern Canada, and the feature that is Lydia. And for us, we're in between all of that today. Should be a sunny day, a warm afternoon. Again, low 80s are likely. This will be the warmest day of the week. So tomorrow, that frontal low, just under 1,000 millibars, is just south of Pensacola. And the models are not in particularly good agreement about how this whole thing plays out. Again, this is the GFS, suggesting North Alabama would see hardly any rain from this. But this is the high-resolution NAM. This is the 3-kilometer NAM, valid at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, showing rain all the way to the Tennessee state line. So we will kind of ride with this particular model set here and suggest a chance of rain statewide tomorrow. And again, if you're north of Birmingham, probably not much. The really good rains most likely south of Montgomery, but Birmingham might pick up a half inch, and that's good. We'll take that. It's not going to really break a drought, but certainly some really good rains for the Gulf Coast. Maybe a little thunder near the Gulf Coast, but probably not much, hardly any instability. Highs in the 70s. So Thursday, that wave is on by. And it should be a dry day with the sky becoming partially sunny. And then Friday, a surface front will be approaching. Got a surface low that's southeast of Minneapolis, St. Paul. It sure looks like this won't be a big rain producer. Let's go to midnight Friday night, or just after midnight, 1 a.m. And this thing might squeeze out a few showers over the northern half of the state, but again, moisture very limited. So nothing more than just a few scattered showers late Friday and Friday night. And then Saturday, that feature is on by, the front is on by, and we are back in a cooler, drier air mass. The high Saturday will be in the 70s. Cool air lags behind that a little bit. There'll be a secondary front coming in dry on Sunday. But again, Saturday looks like a nice day. The sky clearing, highs in the 70s. Of course, we have the solar eclipse, the partial eclipse where we are here. And we do think the clouds will be out of here by midday. That eclipse will be peaking a little after 12 noon. Sunday, cool and dry. Lows upper 40s, low 50s, highs in the 60s. Monday, a cool day, 40s and 60s. And this is a week from today, Tuesday the 17th. Again, we've got this trough over the eastern states, and we're cool and dry. In fact, some of the guidance here suggesting the Tennessee Valley could stay in the 50s all day Tuesday of next week. Let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday of next week, the 19th, little shortwave ridge, and of course that would be dry. So it looks like next week looks rain-free at this point. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. And the mean a little over 1 inch between now and the 25th of October. Temperatures coming off the NBM, National Blend of Models for Birmingham. 82 today, and that's going to be the last time we see 80s for a while. Maybe for a long while. Again, 70s tomorrow through Saturday, then 60s for Sunday through Wednesday, then back in the low 70s toward the end of next week. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance, this is for October 17th through the 23rd. We're in the blue, meaning temperatures will be below average if this verifies. So on this date, it is the anniversary of Hurricane Michael. And again, I think a lot of folks will never, ever forget this one. This was in 2018. This was 5 years ago. A Category 5 hurricane coming right up into Mexico Beach, Tyndall Air Force Base. And goodness, what a storm. This was a Category 5 hurricane, the first Category 5 to make landfall in the United States since Andrew in 1992. The third most intense Atlantic hurricane to make landfall in the contiguous United States in terms of pressure behind the Labor Day hurricane of 1935 and Hurricane Camille in 1969. And needless to say, the damage was just horrific. At least 74 people were killed. And this is what it looked like in places like Mexico Beach. And our friends that live in Panama City Beach, around Tyndall Air Force Base, Cape San Blas, Indian Pass, will never forget that. And this is certainly a reminder that we are still in the hurricane season. It runs through the end of November. But the peak of the season is on past. That was back about a month ago. But as always, still, we see no true tropical systems affecting the Gulf. We had this hybrid system this week, but that will not be designated as a tropical storm. But as always, we'll be watching the tropics right on through the end of the season. So today, headed down to Dadeville in Tallapoosa County, do a safety program for Alabama Power Company there. Tomorrow, going to Lynn School, home of the Lynn Bears up in northwest Alabama. That'll be a lot of fun. In fact, I drove right through Lynn basically yesterday going to Haleyville. Thursday, Coosa Christian School in Gadsden. Friday, Maplesville School, home of the Red Devils. And then Friday evening, our Friday night rivals game will be at Locust Fork High School up in Blount County. I'll be there at 4, 5, and 6 on ABC 3340, getting set for that game. And then no book signing this weekend. It's an early kickoff, 11 o'clock for the Alabama-Arkansas game. And again, remember, little public service announcement, you know the deal. Don't look up at the eclipse with the naked eye. In Alabama, the sun will be obscured by 57% at the peak of the eclipse, which will come at 12:08 on Saturday. And I think the sky will clear by then. That's the way it looks now. And you've got to have the glasses or make a little viewer for that. You just can't look at it with sunglasses. So, and again, it's interesting that will be occurring during that football game in Tuscaloosa. And we'll have to remind people, just don't look up unless you've got those glasses. So that will do it this morning. We'll have notes on the blog, alabamawx.com. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.